Hi guys, welcome back everyone. I just quickly want to make a video where I show you what I did on this hardcore solo solve found Divine Ire Totem Hierophant, with which I'm currently still rank 1 Hierophant after a long 10-hour sleep. Yesterday night we did a 27.5 hour stream and I literally had to force myself to go offline and to be like, okay, you're gonna have food now and you're gonna go sleep and then you're gonna come back, because it would have become really unhealthy, I think, if we would have stayed longer. But hey, if you're interested in what we did in order to make this build destroy red map bosses and all the content that I've encountered so far, hey, then this is the video for you. Temp chain's too strong, boys. Oh! Okay, that was worth just being alive. It's good enough. Oh, hey, 120 jewelers. That was okay. What else are you gonna do with the fuse though? Okay. Well, I mean, that was what? 54. But the colors are gonna be hard to roll. Don't underestimate the colors. Alright, that's 2 red, 4 blue. That's no green. You gotta work with that. So I was super lucky yesterday. I did drop a carcass jack and I ended up 6-linking it in what was 120 jewelers and 54 fuse, but the content was already getting destroyed on a 5-link. It's just, yeah, 6-link is a little bit better. On top of that, what we did yesterday is we spec'd out of Elemental Overload and went into Totem Crit Shaman's Dominion, and we got a little bit of Doomcast crit here. More importantly, the crit multi-side. Also got Assassination. We did get a new amulet. I dropped a Shaper base yesterday. I turned it into an Onyx with the 3-color skill gem recipe, where you take any amulet, right, and you vendor it with a red and a green and a blue gem, and it will turn into an Onyx amulet, retaining its item level and retaining the special base status, Elder or Shaper, right? So this was a power amulet, but I turned it into an Onyx because that just fits my build better. I don't care about the mana regen implicit, but I really need some attributes. I was able to hit lightning res, and then I augmented the tier 1 life and regaled the crit multi. I was like, okay, we're gonna wear this because tier 1 crit mult, tier 1 life, and exactly the resist that I need in order to be still weakness capped. I'm a little bit over capped now, but that means that when we get gear upgrades, potential upgrades like for the gloves, which only have 32 life, or the boots that only have 25 move speed and crafted life, then we can more easily put those upgrades into our build, because we won't have to hit as high resist goals, right? We also crafted a new wand on a Shaper base yesterday. I was actually hoping for physical as extra elemental, just like I was hoping for physical as extra elemental on the slam on this Onyx. I actually slammed Flat Fizz, which is super useless for my build, but whatever. Had to gamble it, right? YOLO. And I think this one is still the one I was using in the last video. This is just a lightning damage, flat lightning damage to spells wand from, I think it's a Legion drop, but it's originally an incursion rare, right? Has a Topotantes prefix. And I was able to craft more lightning damage to spells on there, and it also has a hybrid. So this is a lot of lightning spell damage. I want to say this is like 126% lightning spell damage in total. Really, really good. And the flat is also insane, 4 to 161 or something like that. Yeah, pretty pog. We also, when we transitioned the build to crit out of Elemental Overload, we decided to wear a Diamond Flask, because Diamond Flasks are crucial for builds. They make your crit chance lucky, which basically just means you roll twice and you get the better result, right? So, yeah, the crit calculation is rolled twice. So not only do I have, what is my crit chance unbuffed right now? I usually have power charges up and stuff, so it's a little bit higher, but my crit chance on Divine Ire totems right now out of the box is 18%, which is like nothing, right? But then you get all kinds of effects like power charges, right? We get like this, 3 power charges up, we're at 31.2, and then you're lucky, which is not displayed here, but lucky just means that it's rolled twice, like I said, so we're well above 50% crit in a practical situation, right? And that means also that the crit multiplier is super justified. The power and endurance charge generation on placing a totem I got from Hierophant, which is Conviction of Power. That was my Merciless Lab. I rushed Ritual of Awakening, went for Conviction of Power, and now for Überlab, which we luckily got the last trial yesterday, we're between Sign of Purpose and Divine Guidance, but it's probably going to end up being Divine Guidance, because that's just a little bit more on the defensive side. Sign of Purpose would be really good because, as many people pointed out to me, you want to replace Orb of Storms with Storm Brand in order to apply Curse and to proc Onslaught, right? We're using Orb of Storms with Elemental Weakness, Curse on Hit, and Onslaught. Onslaught grants Onslaught for 3 seconds when you hit a unique enemy with a 10% chance, which is, you know, pretty frequently. But using Stormbrand instead of Orb of Storms, we'd be able to debuff the enemy with Sign of Purpose, because you can cast an additional brand, meaning you could cast 2 brands, and enemies take 10% increased damage for each of your brands attached to them, which is another 20% more damage. So I might as well go for that, but I think Divine Guidance is the well-rounded choice, right? The problem is that we're already running Clarity, Hatred, Flesh and Stone, and a high-level Precision, so we probably have to drop the high-level Precision for a low-level Precision, and probably have to drop the Clarity, and then with the mana that we get from Divine Guidance, we probably have just about the right amount to account for the 10% of damage taken from mana before life, because with Mind Over Matter-like effects, right, Mind Over Matter is the keystone that takes damage from your mana before your life, you really want to make sure that you have more mana available than you could take damage. Because if I take 5k damage now as a hit, and 10% of that goes to my mana before the life, 500 damage to my mana, I'm out of mana. And then I won't be able to dash away, I won't be able to put down totems, I won't be able to do anything which will cause hitches and hiccups in my gameplay, which makes me misposition and subsequently die. So it's really, really important that you're able to dash at any time, that you always have the mana for a dash, at the very least, but ideally a little bit more. So when we get Divine Guidance, we probably have to give up a little bit of these reservations. But, you know, right now we get away with running these. In the end, precision for a caster is only a little bit global crit chance. Even, you know, the accuracy doesn't even matter because I'm not shield charging at the moment. That's another thing that we could be doing. We could replace one of the 2 wands with an actual shield and use shield charge, because in 3.7 in Legion League, GGG changed it, so normally you could only shield charge with a melee weapon, but now, since shield charge is based on your shield rather than your weapon, and you shield charge with your shield, you can actually shield charge with a wand. And you can still get Fortify because you hit with your shield, right? And that's really cool. Fortify is very much needed in many builds, and it's very good because it's a lot of hit damage reduction. But so far I haven't really gotten to the point where I felt I want to replace a wand, because dual wielding wands is after all a lot of damage, right? yeah, we crafted a Stitchen belt. I don't know whether I was wearing that in the last video. It's just basically just the life. I don't even need the resists, right? I crafted flask effect duration because I like to have my flasks up for a long time. So, you know, they last longer. And I have potentially less uptime running through maps. Less downtime, I meant to say. And we're using a Searching Eye jewel that I crafted here with strength. I actually need the strength for my boots, lol. And max life and damage penetration if you haven't killed recently. Which, by the way, as a totem build, the kills that your totems get don't count as your kills, so this 2% elemental penetration is up almost all the time. Unless I kill somehow. Which, can I actually kill somehow? No, I don't deal damage because I have Ancestral Bond. So the only kills ever are my totems, right? I don't have anything with Culling Strike. So I can't deal damage with my skills myself. I can't kill things because I don't have Culling Strike. So I never kill, meaning I always have those 2% extra penetration up. Yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to share with you for now, guys. We made a new amulet. Exactly, we allocated Ironwood again. This is maybe interesting for those of you who are playing totem builds as well. Ironwood is a really, really, really good node for your totem survivability. If you're not playing Soul Mantle with the 50% increased totem life, which is an endgame plan for me, but we need to 6-link it first, then Ironwood goes a long way in totem survivability because it gives not only 16% all res, but also 10% physical damage reduction for your totems and a nice 25% increased totem damage. So the way that you anoint that on an amulet is with the 3 oils that are shown there, and these oils are really low level and you can get them before maps, no problem. It's a teal, amber, and a clear oil. These 3 oils you bring to Sister Cassia, and then you can anoint any amulet with these 3 oils with Ironwood. Order does not matter, in case you're not aware, it's just about the combination of oils, right? So keep that in mind. If you're playing a totem build, Ironwood is really good. Of course there's other nodes, but I feel a lot of totem builds are struggling with totem survivability and totems getting stunned. Unless, of course, you have Spire of Stone, the unique jewel that makes your totems immune to stun. Which I haven't found yet. I think I would want to use that potentially. But, you know, that's basically it. So, in case you're not subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because in the next couple of days I'm going to release a new video that explains the meta leveling way, how you get your character into maps in just a couple of hours with Orb of Storm's Wave of Conviction, assuming you have the layout knowledge and everything. But just the best leveling combo ever, because, you know, the way that things die with that is just insane. The way that you skip the bosses is insane. And yeah. Visit me on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/CatmasterOP. I stream every day about 4:20 Central European Summertime. Unless, of course, we're recording a video and we're a little bit late because we did the 27-hour stream and we slept. But other than that, hey, I hope you're having an awesome league start, and I'll see you in the next video.